One of the really genuinely good guys in the United States Senate, Senator Jeff Merkley, the Democrat from Oregon, on the line with us. Senator Merkley, welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be with you.
Thank you. And I should note your website, merkley.senate.gov. I know that you only have 5 minutes. You've got to run. So I appreciate your dropping by the program. Two things: filibuster reform that you have been working on, and also the Medicare age thing. I'm curious your take on that. But let's start with filibuster reform.
Well, right now it's crucial for folks to get engaged because when we come in on January 3rd, we're going to have a big debate over the rules. And what we need to do is to say it's not acceptable to sit back and watch a progressive agenda be rolled over by these silent filibusters that the public can never see. And instead, we need to eliminate a number of the opportunities for obstruction. And when people do vote for additional debate, that they actually have to take to the floor of the debate, have a talking filibuster rather than a silent filibuster.
Back to Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Indeed, and it does a couple things. You have to spend time and energy, so you don't do it on trivial things the way it happens on every single motion now. Contrast here is that Johnson in 6 years faced a single filibuster, and Harry Reid has faced almost 400 filibusters. And you just see how that devastates the ability of the Senate to address business. Right.
And that business is very often the real needs of the American people. And Senator Merkley, you've been talking about the eligibility age for Medicare. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. There has been a notion floating around that it's a good idea to raise the age from 65 to 67 or even higher. And I can tell you that those of us who go out and talk to our citizens across this country, I do a lot of town halls. I've done over 140 of them in 4 years. People come up to you and they say, here's the challenge I'm facing. I don't have insurance on the job. I have these deteriorating conditions, and I'm just trying to stay alive until I can get real medical care at age 65. And if we start talking about raising the age, really what we're saying is that seniors will have no good options because it'll be too expensive for them to buy private insurance at that point in their life, and Medicare will be out of reach. And I think we should be talking about lowering the age, in which we actually did talk about during the Affordable Care Act, but we didn't get it done. Yeah. But we certainly shouldn't be raising it.
Yeah, we could lower the age to birth and call it Medicare Part E.
E
for everyone. But I've often suggested that Social Security and Medicare, Social Security retirement age and the Medicare eligibility age, if you were to drop both of them by 5 to 10 years, so that people could retire at 55 or at 60, there would be a small percentage, or maybe even half, I don't know, but a percentage of people of that age would take that retirement, even if it was a more minimal retirement. And what that would do is it would suddenly tighten up the labor market, which would raise wages.
More job opportunities.
Yeah, it would create all kinds of job opportunities for young people.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's my pitch. So, but I know you've got a boogie, and we had just 5 minutes with you, and I think we burned through it. Is there anything else on your mind that you wanted to share with our listeners?
Oh, there's so much. There is so much. But let me just say, right now I'm so focused on the filibuster. If your folks can visit fixthefilibuster.com. It's great. Call your senator. Tell them that this obstruction of an agenda, a people's agenda, by the silent filibuster is unacceptable. We've got to have a talking filibuster replace it.
Fixthefilibuster.com.